You're listening to the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole, presented by Quality Content Puzzles. On this episode, an Indian couple sues their son for not producing grandkids fast enough. And we have an update on the 24-year-old man who stole an entire city's COVID relief money. Now, the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole. What's up, everybody?
Hi.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Nicole.
You're watching the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole, presented by Quality Content and sponsored by RBL Wellness, the very good puzzle company, Better Co, and 4 Point Puzzles. Got an exciting show for you tonight. We're going to be talking about an Indian couple that sued their kid for not giving them grandkids. And then we got a special update for you involving the 24-year-old man who stole the entire city's COVID money.
He didn't steal it.
Whatever.
It was given to him.
Whatever. Nevertheless, we got an update about that. And so we are excited to be back with you again and to be sharing with y'all what we got going on in our minds. And so, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
All right,
Okay.
Start us off. Let's go.
So, the first story, and I'm going to try to read this all the way through.
Gotta read the story, babe. Just don't forget, you gotta read the story. You gotta read the story.
I'm ready. It's just so, oh my gosh, it's so dumb. Okay, so an Indian couple sue only son for not giving them grandchildren. So a couple in India are suing their son and daughter-in-law for not giving them grandchildren after 6 years of marriage. I'm gonna get these names right. Sadhana.
Okay.
I looked up the pronunciation.
Ooh, sorry, my bad.
Sadhana and Sanjeev Prasad, who live in I'm gonna get this. Haridwar. It doesn't matter, y'all.
So we gonna spend the first 10 minutes just trying to get through the story because you can't pronounce half the words.
In northern Uttarakhand, did it. Filed a petition this month seeking 50 million Indian rupees. That's about $643,000 in damages. What damages? From their son, 35, and his wife, who is 31. In the petition, the couple claimed they spent about 20 million Indian rupees, which is about $257,000, raising their son, who is an only child. They raised him, educated him, made him capable, made him a pilot. First of all, y'all ain't make him nothing. Which was expensive. I'm sorry. You got this. Which was
gotta read the story, babe.
Said the couple's legal representative on Monday. They see people in their neighborhood playing with their grandchildren, feel like they should also have one. They said they didn't marry their son and daughter-in-law off so they can live alone. So they said that in the next year, either give us a grandchild or give us compensation, punks. Surtsava, whatever the name is, said that as the couple ages, there's no one to take care of them, and that all parents wish to be grandparents one day. CNN has not been able to contact the couple's son and daughter-in-law, and it's not clear if they have secured legal representation. According to the petition, the Prasads also bought a car for their son and daughter-in-law and paid for their honeymoon. The lawsuit primarily targets the son and daughter-in-law, but the petition also lists complaints against the daughter-in-law's family. Something else going on there, people. Though this kind of lawsuit is rare, the topic of family obligation has long been controversial in India, where carrying on the family line and caring for elderly parents and in-laws is often seen as a duty. It's also sometimes a legal duty. Parents can claim a monthly allowance from their adult children under a federal law that seeks to protect parents and senior citizens who may not be able to take care of themselves. A number of related cases have made headlines in India in recent years, such as a family dispute over monthly allowances in 2020, very recent, that culminated in a Supreme Court judge telling the sons involved, "Don't forget, you are everything because of your father." I'm not done yet. So the Prasads say that their son inflicted mental cruelty on them by not producing a grandchild The older couple, who lived in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand, told the Times of India that the sum is what they spent on Shrey, who is now 35. That's his name. This includes $60,000 billion for his pilot training in the U.S. in 2006, and a luxury car gifted to him for his wedding. The dad said, "I have only one son. I spent all my savings on his upbringing and education." He returned to India in 2007 due to the economic recession abroad. He had lost his job. He could not find another for over 2 years. I supported him financially during this period as well. He added that he arranged a marriage for his son with this girl's name, who is now 31 years old, Shubhangi. I'm guessing that because I didn't look that up. After the younger man finally secured a job. However, he accused the couple of immense mental harassment by not giving them a child despite being married for 6 years now. That's harassment, people. Not sexually harassment.
Gotta read story, babe.
Sorry. Sanjeev, who is the dad, said the young couple live in separate states because of work, and that their daughter-in-law doesn't stay with them, which has added to their sufferings, and caused the older couple immense pains. We invest in our children, make them capable of working in good firms. Children owe their parents basic financial care, the lawyer said. I said liar. The lawyer said,
that's how you felt.
Adding that the pair either wanted a grandchild within a year or monetary compensation. It is a dream of every parent to become a grandparent. They had been waiting for years to become grandparents. Now, some Indian couples have faced immense pressure from family members to produce children. Some Indian mothers have even been reported experiencing physical abuse for not producing a male heir after having a daughter. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So, understanding that this is a different culture than ours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that out there because again, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's culture. This is how y'all believe. This is what y'all do. And so, so that being said, I understand that this is the culture that y'all are in, the Indian culture. You do what you do. But I'm sorry. That is the dumbest thing that I have ever heard, that you are suing your child because y'all ain't having kids yet. Like, okay, so have y'all looked to see why maybe they haven't had children yet? Like, are they purposefully not having children? Is there something biologically wrong with the woman who has to, bear said child?
Yeah.
Do you know whether or not she's having difficulty producing a child? Whether they're having a problem conceiving a child? Do you know if they're using birth control? Do you know if they're using condoms? Do you know if they're, purposefully, trying not to have a child until they are financially secure? This man does not have a job for X amount of years, and so he finally has secured a job, but maybe he's not financially in a position to be able to take care of said children, because he otherwise have to dump the grandchild on you, and you want grandkids but you don't want new kids. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's the fact that he doesn't have the ability to raise a child right now without having to go back into the slums. There's so many unanswered questions within this story itself that lends me to believe that y'all have got to be the most selfish motherfuckers on the planet, because how could you sue your son for $650,000 that he does not have because the man just got a job? He ain't had this job for long enough to be able to, because he was bumming off you at one point, if I'm not mistaken. He said it's bumming off you for a little bit. So how would he have $650,000 to give you for the sake of not being able to produce grandkids? It doesn't make sense to me. And so y'all have got to be the most selfish people on the planet to take your son and your daughter-in-law to court and say, give us grandkids or pay us $650,000, because right now you're still in a position to work. You're still in a position to provide for yourself. You're still in a position to take care of yourself. Yes, there may be other grandparents that are in your neighborhood that got grandkids they can play with and all this other kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, your child does not seem to be in position to give you what you want. And so why would you then sue him for something that he can't give you right now? That's all I got for right now. Go ahead.
That's all you got for right now, babe? Yeah. Okay. So, like you said, different cultures, different mindsets, different they're fixed. Their priorities are fixed on what they're fixed on, and it's really just dumb to me, I'm not gonna lie. I can't get past the fact that you are so, I see it as selfish.
Selfish.
I mean, because
selfish.
But if you think about it, like when we get older, I mean, it's not that we here expect for our kids to take care of us, but I would hope that my child would, help me some kind of way.
Yeah.
Help me.
Oh, right.
You know?
Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit.
Of course I want grandkids, Of course I'd want that later so I could play with them and give them back. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Y'all gonna understand the pain we went through.
Okay.
Y'all gonna get this business.
And for a minute, when I read this, I thought for a minute they were saying that, as you get older, you want to have someone there to take care of you. And I thought they were referring to their son and daughter-in-law when they were saying that. But no, they were talking about themselves.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's not the only one, and it's not just them. Like their culture.
Their whole culture is like that.
Expects for that to happen. Like the two didn't meet on their own. They were arranged to be married, and it's no different from the kings and queens who are arranged and have to do what they have to do. I think about Prince
Harry and Meghan.
I think about them and how they were expected to be and act and do certain things in a certain way.
Right.
And so when you rebel, it's like,
yeah, okay, you are ostracized.
And so I feel like this is like, it's no different. It's sad. And the thing is, they don't live with each other. They work in different places, like in different what do they say? They work in different in separate states. So first of all, when do they have time to come together to do that?
That part.
And then second of all, when they come together,
so is she got a calendar?
Yeah, it's not. I don't want to just be there to just work.
Right.
To just work to try to get.
No,
I want to be when I
so
see
it's baby
you.
Time.
When I see you, if I even like you because this was an arranged marriage, I'd want to spend time with you.
Right.
Because I missed you, talk to you, cuddle. I don't want to just do it. Well, that'd be me.
I mean, yeah.
But
that'd be on the table. But they don't know each other.
Exactly.
And so again, it's like, so are y'all only getting together to do that? And we don't know what her cycle looks like. So when they get together, are able to get it in?
Did she even do that?
Right.
I mean, you might have did everything you did for your child, but guess what? No one put a bullet to your freaking head and told you to do it.
Right.
But no one told you to have him.
Right.
Shoot. I'm guessing the only reason he's the only child is because you got a son on the first try. Right. So. Right. Yeah. Right. Like no one put a bullet to your head and told you to put him through pilot school, knowing how y'all are.
Oh, that's good.
Knowing how y'all are, y'all probably could have fixated his mind to be whatever y'all wanted it to be, and it probably was a pilot. And so that's on y'all. That is on y'all. Right. I mean, y'all manipulate is. I'm speculating here, manipulating and putting your little 2 cents into their head and maybe raising them to see certain things and be certain things so that when they get older, this is what I want to do because this is how I grew up. And so it's just your little puppet. And so now that he's doing what he wants to do, like he's not your puppet anymore and you're mad.
Right, but even then, like I said, I don't even think it's so much about being a puppet because if you think about it, like this is the culture that they live in. Girl, listen, stop hurting self. Like, again, it's like, okay, I understand, because of the culture that you're in, right? I understand. I don't even think it's about him not wanting to. I think it's the fact you don't know the circumstances behind why they're not producing. It doesn't sound like y'all have y'all visited doctors. Have you talked to, the gynecologist? Is there something wrong with her? Y'all arranged this.
Even at this point, I don't want to have no kids now because I wouldn't want them to be around y'all.
Well, I mean, clearly, it's gonna be a Meghan Markle situation. I want my kids around around them because I know that the only reason why you got us together is because you want to have a child. Now you're suing us so that you can force us to have a child. Once again, it's like I'm not of the mindset to think that this son is not trying. Like, in their culture, having a child in this particular culture, I would believe having a child is like the biggest thing that you can do. Like, that's like, it's
it seems like.
Like in the Bible where was it Hannah that didn't have a child, and she was so sad because she couldn't have a child, and ended up having Samuel at the end of it all. Sarah was older. Yeah, right. But in any case, similar situation. You don't have a child, you don't have a son. That in that culture, that's frowned upon. And so I'm not looking at the son and saying to the son, "You're not trying to produce a child for me." I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, Dad, I can't. I can't make her give me a child. I can only do what I do, but I can't make my, little sperm get to the egg and produce. I can't make them do it. Like, at the end of the day, it's up to the body, it's up to the circumstances. I can't make her conceive. And so why are you suing me? Like, that's the thing that's bothering me. Like, you're suing me for something that is biologically impossible on my end to do, for the most part. Like I say, I don't know if they're using protection. I don't know if it's like you said, they're only seeing each other at certain points in time, and it's timed with her cycle. I don't know.
Deeper than that.
I mean, yeah, it might be.
I almost feel like they're doing it on purpose.
Listen, at this point, I would certainly be like, listen, we just gonna hold out for a little bit, But again, we don't understand the circumstances behind that.
Do they even like each other? Do they even want to be around each other? Because the one thing that they said in here, which was very faint, and I couldn't really find anything else on it, was that the lawsuit was primarily targeted toward this, the daughter-in-law. The petition listed complaints against the daughter's the daughter-in-law's family.
Right, because there's probably an expectation there too. It's probably an expectation that, since y'all ain't producing the child, then maybe you got somebody else in line that can, or did you give us faulty equipment? You gave us a faulty daughter.
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
This is who you chose.
Right. And so again, I'm looking at that and being like, y'all were really looking for a payday in some way, shape, or form. You were looking for your golden umbrella. You're looking for your way out. And in doing so, again, that shouldn't fall on the son. Like, why are you suing me? You act like I'm doing this on purpose. It might be. Hush, girl. You're acting like I'm doing this on purpose. Like I'm purposefully not trying to produce a child. This would be me. I'm putting out. Every night.
Look.
Trust me. I'm doing the work. It's just not working.
You can't do the work, boo. They don't live together.
Listen, when we meet up, I'm putting out. It ain't like I'm not. She alright, but at the end of the day, I can't make my sperm hit this egg and make a baby. I can't make that happen. I can only shoot the shot.
I feel like he's doing it on purpose. I feel like what's that movie? It's Complicated.
Oh, God.
Two old couple where he's this dumb dude married the younger girl and she wants a baby, but he don't want no more kids because his kids grown, married, all that above. Right. And so he's trying to do stuff to his penis to where he can't produce the sperm. What is he doing? He's putting hot icy stuff on it.
Oh my God.
He's
alright.
I don't know. He's doing something to it. Like he's taking something to where it stops the production of sperm. No, he limp. It just stops the production of sperm. And so I feel like he might be doing that thing on purpose.
I mean, it's okay. If that's the case, it's probably payback from dad. But it's like, so then what's really going on underneath that? Like, I need more to the story. Like, what did dad do to make you so upset to be like, you know what? I got him real good. He want a grandchild so bad. Well, fine. I'm gonna make sure he ain't gonna never have a grandkid. He ain't never gonna have one. I'm gonna make sure that that's a definite definite impossibility. I'm gonna make sure he don't never get one. Because again, going back to the $650,000, like, you're suing for so much money. What are you expecting? This man is never gonna have this money because y'all already had to pay for him to go to school to become a pilot.
Way more than what you said you paid for his upbringing.
Right. Like, so you're expecting financial compensation to the point where you ain't gotta work no more. Like, bruh, what is this grandchild going to do for you today if he was born today? Like, he can't feed you, he can't feed you, he can't clothe you, he can't serve you, he can't do nothing for you right now.
Well, they want that interaction because they say that they see in the neighborhood people playing with their grandkids, and they should have one too. They should be able to go outside and watch their grandbaby or walk around and take them places, and it better be a boy or there's going to be hell to pay.
Which lets me further know that there's something more to it than just this. And again, because I don't understand the culture, I can't sit here and try to figure out all the ins and outs. And I'm not going to sit here and try to do a whole, diatribe on that or try to go into an encyclopedia to figure all that out. But the point I'm making is that it doesn't make sense to me to sue him for $650,000 that he doesn't have and will never have at this point, because he's going in and out of jobs the way that he is, just so he can produce grandkids, when you're not even looking at the fact that maybe, just maybe, this girl might be sterile, or he might be sterile, and they can't produce a child, or
they just don't like y'all.
Exactly, so they ain't gonna give you one to begin with. Or maybe they did something super sinister, had a child, and had that child shipped off. Like, they ain't never gonna find out that we had a kid. Bump that. Y'all ain't never seen y'all grandma and y'all granddaddy.
So they didn't see her for what? 7, 8 months?
They showed in. They found out they were pregnant, and they're like, oh, heck no. That's why they suing the family, because they found out, and they're like, oh, no, you hid her for a whole 2 years, and this grandchild out there. I want my grandchild to give me $650,000. So now, this is a ransom of sorts. We gonna hold you up in court for the rest of your life until you produce this grandchild.
No, you a pilot, boo. I paid. Look, pilots, they make good money. I would pay you, and I don't feel like I could. I don't feel like that'll be a relationship where I'll love you from a distance.
Yeah,
like I can't.
Without question.
I could not be around you.
Without question.
You want the money so bad, take it, and now I'll go have my baby.
Right.
You just won't see.
You want your conceived child, or no more.
You will not.
Mm-mm.
That's what that'll boil down to. If I had the money to do it, take it. Don't talk to me no more.
Right.
And then they gonna get mad. Well, we raised you. You don't want to talk to me. But this is what you wanted.
This is what you wanted. You wanted the grandchild, right?
You wanted the grandchild, or you wanted the money. Here's the money.
Here's the money. Mm-hmm.
Now
you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Either you want the child or you want the money, but you cannot have both. And we choose what we're gonna give you, because this is worth the price to get you out of our lives. I mean, so again, it's crazy. It's just a crazy situation altogether. Like I was very, very frustrated with the fact that you have people that are like this, where they're gonna force you to raise a family. And again, that's why I wish we had more information about the status of the wife, the status of the son. Like, what are they biologically? If there's any defects going on with them. Like I said, for them to sue the family itself, it leads me to wonder whether or not they thought they were given tainted goods, which lets me further know, like, bruh, this definitely wasn't about love. This was definitely arranged with a purpose in mind. Like, this wasn't about love by any stretch of the imagination. Nope. You were trying to set up a nest egg for yourself, and now this nest egg isn't producing. You want to go after the family too and be like, you didn't give us a family. You didn't give us a girl who has the proper equipment in order to do what needs to be done. Her equipment's faulty, so now that's why we're not able to get the grandchild that we want. Because we want to live like everybody else does. Want to have the status that everybody else does. So we're gonna sue y'all for that compensation, rather than just look at the fact that, hey, you just might not get a grandchild because you she can't produce one. It's not on her. It's not her fault. It ain't her fault. She can't produce a child. Again, in the circumstances being what they are, we will never know. We just never know.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at this again and seeing like the money. Okay, so I was just a little confused about the money that they're talking about because they got two prices here: the $643,000 and the $257,000, and they're suing for the $600.
Go ahead.
They're suing for the higher amount. The couple was claiming that they spent the two raising their son, who was an only child, but with everything all together, it equaled up to $600,000 because that includes the pilot training course and all the education and the car and the wedding and the honeymoon, and so they were adding all of that together.
Wow.
We got him married in hope we would have the pleasure of becoming grandparents. That's why they married them off.
Yeah.
That was
their end game. That was their end game. That was their whole intent.
Yeah.
That's sad. But again, I'm not trying to judge a whole culture because that's a whole different cultural dynamic that I won't get with. I understand some people in our culture. I've heard dozens of people talk about it all the time. My parents always bother me about when we gonna see them grandkids, when y'all gonna have some grandkids, when you gonna get married so I can have some grandkids, and the pressure that they feel, to get married and to have a child and all that kind of stuff. So I understand the pressure, but I can't. I guess for me, I don't understand how I can get to that extent. Like they were saying about the other case that was done in 2020 where the what's 2020?
2020 where
2020
was talking about the monthly allowances.
Yeah, don't forget you are everything because of your father. Yeah, that might be so, but at the end of the day, you're not everything because of your father. Like you're in this world because of him without question, but you're not everything because of him. And yeah, you should be willing to take care of your father, but if it comes down to you having to be sued to do so, there's probably hopefully, because there are some sinister kids out there that just don't want to take care of their parents at all. But there'd be some. You would hope that there'd be some reason behind. I'm not gonna give you this much. I can give you this much, but I can't give you this much. Because again, $650,000 when you're working, like you have a job, you're financially, well off on your own. Like you don't. What do you need my money for?
The parents aren't. I don't think the parents are working anymore. He is a retired government officer.
I said, man, you get a government check. What you talking about?
She might have been like stay at home. But
you get a government check.
Retired, so
you get money from government. I hope you get money from government.
And she is 57, so they're getting up there.
You get a retirement check.
I think that they just feel, because what I was reading, they feel heartbroken because they feel that they're going to die without seeing their grandkids.
Okay, but you gotta sue your son for that. Like again, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I feel like
you gotta
now
see your kid.
You are making it possible to where no, you are not going to see them, and it's not because they may not have any, but it's because they're going to keep them away.
Keep them away. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want them to see you after you did all this.
I feel like I don't know if the kids dislike the culture, the way things are done in their
situation going on.
Yeah, but I feel like it's that whole not Romeo Juliet type. But it's like that Aladdin, where Jasmine just wants to get away and
and Aladdin want to be part of that world, right? Right.
But I feel like just in my mind I don't know if it's rebellion or if it's just, tiredness or if it's frustration of being demanded to do something that you're not ready to do or that you can't do or that you want to live your life first. But I mean, 31 and 35, you are getting up there if you want kids.
If you want kids, right? I mean, all of that stuff. It's like there's so many layers to it that I wish we knew more about to have a better picture.
Not really giving any more information about it.
No, and I wouldn't expect them to. I mean, the story is so light. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to be more, juicy details to give us about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I feel like it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And because it's a cultural thing, like it's not. It's something that's more normalized in their culture than we would think it to be. And so it's sad. It's just sad more than anything else, because I understand how grandparents can feel like they just want so badly to have grandkids in order to have grandkids. But again, looking at the circumstances being what they are, we don't know whether or not it's in the realm of possibility for them to even have grandkids to begin with, let alone...
They ain't ugly.
I mean, right. Let alone, being able to then, do something, to have the grandkids for. Yeah, I mean, she's cute. Yeah, but again...
I mean, neither one of them ugly.
But it ain't even about cuteness. It's about functionality. Does your body work? Does your body work to make a kid? If it doesn't... I mean, come on. Like I said, it's not so it bump looks. Does your body have the ability, the capability to produce a child? If the body can't do it, ain't no amount of sex you gonna have to make a child happen unless Jesus put one in there like a miracle. I mean, that's just facing reality. So again, at the end of the day, I wish we had more information about that so that I can have a clearer picture, because that's what I think. I just think they're incapable. That's what I feel. Because after 6 years, you haven't had a child. If you're using protection, that's a whole nother can of worms. But if you're not using protection, you've tried for 6 years to put a baby in her, it didn't work. Like, you can't blame that on them. It's not from a lack of trying. They're trying. They're getting it in. As far as I know, as far as I would hope, it's just not working. So why are you suing them for $650,000? Like, you got $650,000 worth of drugs you can put in them to make a baby work? Like, help me put a baby.
So help
you
me.
want one so bad.
Help me understand this. How are you mentally harassed for asking someone about something?
What you mean?
She says that they accused their daughter-in-law. Like,
oh my God, okay.
They accused their daughter-in-law of mentally harassing them for asking for a grandchild.
Wait, the daughter-in-law? The mama.
The mama accuses her daughter-in-law of mentally harassing her for asking for a grandchild.
How? You bothering her? What you mean mental harassment? Because she told you no?
That's part of it.
Because she told you I can't have one. What you want me to do?
That's part of it.
So this how, hey, when you going to give me a grandchild? I done told you for the last time. My parts don't work.
No. It probably means my parts don't work. No, I'm not ready yet. But my thing is, you continue to do for them.
Right.
Like, they're married, you buy them a car.
Right.
They're married, you buy them a house.
Right.
What the frick? Like, you're continuing to do knowing that this is it.
Or even if you are ready, my body ain't doing it. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for the house. Thank you for the car. Thank you for the job. Thank you for the kids. For everything you've given me. My body is saying no. My mind's telling me yes, but my body's saying heck no. Like, I can't make the baby show up. It's either gonna happen or it's not. I keep taking these tests.
Yes, she can. She can produce a baby.
Oh my gosh. Even if she... Okay, if that's the case, then that's a whole nother can of worms. That's a whole nother can of worms then.
That's getting on my nerves. I don't want no kids no more because of y'all.
Right. That's not mental harassment is my point. I'm just letting you know.
That's what part of the petition is for.
I'm aware of the petition.
Being mentally harassed
that's
for me
dumb.
for me asking you about having
and telling you no. I can't have one. I don't want one. I can't make one. What do you want from me? What more do you want from me? I can't make this work. I'm trying. I'm doing all the positions. I got the books. I got the videos. I'm watching stuff. I mean, all this I'm doing. I'm trying to put it in. I'm trying to make it work. It's not working. What do you want from me? Talking about mental anguish, mental harassment. Man, stop.
Because she told her she don't want no kids right now.
I want kids just as much as the next person.
You don't know that though.
I'm making the case that she does.
I'm making it that she doesn't.
And either way,
okay,
ain't nothing you can do about it. Oh,
I had to look up.
Did you not?
What is really harassment?
Oh my God. Where was this energy when we went bald?
What do you mean?
The definition of harassment.
Oh
my God.
Harassment.
Harassment.
Aggressive pressure or intimidation.
Intimidation? How is she? You're intimidating me. I'm not intimidating you. You
Actually,
keep
when I'm gonna have a baby.
When are you gonna have a baby?
I'll have one when I'm ready to have.
Intimidation. Oh, like
Look your bald head.
Your ashy elbow looking. Oh my God! Like, see, this is what. Oh my gosh! This is the stuff I'm talking about. Like, why? Why are we like this? Like, hey, you can't pressure me into having a child that my body ain't ready for.
Oh, that
you
ain't
can't
ready for.
have me have a baby I'm not ready for. Like, what are we doing? Again,
it's their culture.
Culture stuff be darned.
Where their
their
priorities.
I understand the priorities, but at the same time, like, again, if oh my gosh, if my body can't do it, my body just can't do it. I can only do what I can do. Like, if the baby ain't coming, the baby ain't coming.
And I feel like the family probably, like the daughter's family, might have said something to them as well, and so that's why they're kind of mad at her family, because, you know, look, that's their daughter. I don't know if that's their only child or whatever, but I feel like you come for my daughter, you coming for us.
Right. And so they're probably like, look, you got one more time to be bothering her about this, and I'm going to put my foot in your neck.
Harassment. Right there. I'm going to deck you.
Little man. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, oh my gosh. And then I had it and I lost it just like that. It was something else I was gonna say. But so at the end of the day, it's like I can't understand, like, bruh. Like, if it can't happen, it can't happen. Ain't no amount of pressure gonna make this work. That's what it is. You're probably putting them under so much pressure, and you're making it like work. Because I remember telling a couple one time, like, when you're trying to have a child, you want it so bad, it produces stress. Mm-hmm. And any stress that you put on the body makes it that much more difficult to have one. Mm-hmm. So I told this couple, like, you can't think about it so much. Just enjoy each other. Have fun. Have lots of sex. But enjoy it. Right. Just enjoy each other. And when the baby comes, the baby will come. But don't, force it so much so to where, like, you're thinking about it, stressing over it, and because what you do is you're stressing your body out. Mm-hmm. And it's possible that they've been under so much anguish and so much stress that the body's just like, no. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want it. And so again, it's like, if you want it so bad, you're stressing yourself out to the point where it's not happening. And maybe your body's got all the functionality it needs to have it, but the conditions through which a baby is produced have to be so pristine that any little anomaly can F the whole thing up. Mm-hmm. And so again, you gotta be so again, that's just another element to add to it. But again, in the end of the day, like, it's unfortunate that they're having to go through that, and they're being sued for that, because at the end of the day, that's what's sad to me. Mm-hmm. Like, you're suing this man for $650,000 that he ain't got.
You might got it.
Look, listen, he only been a pilot for so long. He ain't got that.
Since what? 2000, I say 2010.
He's been piloting since 2010?
I would say 2010. Because the whole issue of the town being... Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Whatever. That was in 2007.
Oh, well, maybe you do got it.
When he had to go back home. due to the economic recession, where he lost his job and all that. He could. So that was only for 2 years.
Okay. Well, listen.
He supported him for 2 years.
All right. Well, yeah.
All right. This is the Puzzle Podcast with Ed D and Nicole. I know, right? Presented by Quality Content and sponsored by RBL Wellness, the very good puzzle company, Better Co. and 4 Point Puzzles. Hey.
Doing this. While she's getting ready for her next story, I just want to show you guys, my wife got me this lovely Infinity Gauntlet Lego set that I'm currently putting together right now. So I'm looking forward to this being put together and sitting somewhere on my shelf. Continue.
Alright, y'all, so this is an update. And I wish again we could get the moment back when we first read the story out loud, but we can't get that moment back. Next time we do an update, I will record.
You gonna have to.
You know, our first impression.
My God,
it was
priceless. Lord have mercy.
So this is an update about the town's COVID money that was sent to one man in Era. We found out what happened, you guys. He didn't run away. So, just a little backstory. It began April 8th when an official in Abu mistakenly asked a local bank to wire Mr. Tanguchi, we got his name, about $358,000. His name had been on the top of the list of 463 households that were eligible for 100,000 yen as part of the national stimulus package. Mr. Abu, wait, hold up. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to tell you a little bit about this town called Abu in Japan. This is because I really thought that this was a small town, and it really is a small town. 100 miles north near a major city called Fukuoka. And this town is driven off of its agriculture, its fishing, and its forestry. And this town consists of a population of about 2,952 people.
Nice.
That is a small town, you guys. I just had to say that. The town was awarded a COVID stimulus fund that had vanished at the hands of an... Ooh, I don't want to say this yet. Okay. All right, here we go. I got to read the story, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay, I'm going to read the story.
Please.
All right. So the man's name is Sho Taguchi. He's 24, and he told the police that he had lost the money in online casinos, people. He gambled the money away. He gambled it away. That was not the reaction that I got the first time I mentioned that. Okay. So, the day before, the authorities arrested Mr. Taguchi, and the charge was fraud. Japan is not the only country where coronavirus relief money has been misappropriated. The fraud has been so widespread in the United States that the Justice Department recently appointed a prosecutor to go after it. People have been accused of buying a Pokemon card, a Lamborghini, and other luxuries. But Abu, population, what told you, 2,952 people, may be the only town on Earth where an entire COVID...
On Earth.
On Earth. Where...
Wait a minute. That was so wrong.
You gotta let me finish the story.
Sorry.
Where an entire COVID stimulus fund has vanished at the hands of an online gambler. I can't. Okay. You gotta let me finish the story, babe. You gotta let me finish the story.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
It may be the only town on Earth where an entire COVID stimulus fund has vanished at the hands of an online gambler who received it through administrative error. The details of the case and the weird attention from Japan's national news media have come as a shock to the residents of the seaside town. I was surprised to hear the news and also amazed at how he spent the money, said a 72-year-old who lived in Abu since she was born. It's truly unbelievable. Okay, so when they found this mistake in this area, the town's mayor immediately visited Mr. Taguchi and asked for the money. And Mr. Taguchi agreed to travel with the officials to his bank in a government car, but he refused to enter the building and later said that he planned to consult a lawyer. According to the public broadcaster, NHK. Mr. Taguchi met with Abu's deputy mayor on April 14th, and his lawyer told the town the next day that his client would return the money. But he ultimately did not do so.
Oh, really?
He did not. He said that Mr. Taguchi eventually told town officials that he had spent the 300, what was it, because I don't like that yen stuff.
$359,000.
$360,000 basically. I'm sorry. And would not run away and plan to atone for his sin.
Don't run away.
Mr. Hanada has apologized to residents on behalf of the town for losing such a precious and large amount of public funds. The arrest will help us to get closer to knowing the truth. How? He said his testimony will give us a stepping stone to retrieving the money. A prosecutor in the city of Osaka said that Abu officials were to blame, put the blame where it's supposed to really go, for following Mr. Taguchi to drain the town's COVID relief fund. There you go. The town's approach was not strict enough, and it allowed the case to develop to this point. Maybe their approach was based on a view of human nature as fundamentally good. So after the error, town officials sent COVID relief payments to the local households, adding that the money had come from another municipal source. He did not elaborate, so they did do that. I remember you mentioning that. Mr. Tsukawa, the Abu resident, said that the episode was a misfortune for a town that has successfully weathered the pandemic and hoped to attract visitors to its newly built seaside campground. I hope this negative image of the town will ease and that it will once again become a sunny and quiet place, she said. Anyone makes a mistake, so I don't blame this man for that. But I would like him to admit his crime and give us our money back. In the event, Mr. Nahara said Abu sued Mr. Taguchi last week for the money, including legal fees.
Y'all.
Oh, idiots.
When I first heard this story, I laughed for 20 minutes straight. Like I could not hold my composure. I nearly wrecked us in the car because I could not keep it together. I told my wife to stop reading because I thought we were gonna die. Like I could not. Y'all don't understand. I said that this man was probably at somebody's casino somewhere betting on black. That's what I said. I said he probably somewhere in Monaco betting on black right now, but he wasn't in Monaco. He was in the city.
So this was not physical casinos. This was online gambling.
Let me do this. Let me do this. So that's why I'm mad. I'm just as mad at him as I am at the people whose plan was to drive to Canada, going forth with 4 cars. I'm just as frustrated because, dude, you won. Why are you in the city? Why are you in the freaking city? Come on. Oh my God. No. This young and dumb stuff is, you gotta be smarter than this. I'm sorry. You done stole this whole city's COVID money. Why are you in the city? You were able to get away from the cops after they were bringing you into the building and you said, no, I'm gonna consult my lawyer instead, and they said, okay. They should have said, heck no, we bring you in for questioning. Ain't no time for no consulting lawyers.
Already knew.
That's not the point. The point is the cops had him and they let him go.
That was his moment. Why?
That was his moment to get in a car, get on a plane, get the heck out of Dodge, go to Monaco, and waste your money there. No, you want to waste it on online gambling? Online? On the internet? Why the internet? Why? I don't care. Why on the internet?
The young Young and dumb, baby. Young and dumb.
Why are we like this?
Young and dumb.
Why are we like this? I don't understand. Like, you have got to. Now, see, I commended this man. I was on his side. I was betting for him. I was talking all that trash.
You sure was.
I was talking a whole bunch of trash that it was the city's fault anyway. So bump them and take that money and run. Nah, man, you took the money and stayed. Yeah, for man. What? For freaking what?
He wanted to triple it. But he ran out of luck.
Oh my God.
He ran out of luck.
He had no luck to begin with, clearly. Cause dude, you stayed. You stayed and they gave you one more chance. That's what bothers me. They gave you one last chance, even though they didn't give you a chance. They gave you one last chance. And all you had to do was get in the cab and book it.
He didn't have no money.
You got all this money.
He gambled it away.
No, not that day. He gambled it once he got away from the cops.
No.
That's what the write-up said, didn't it?
He had gambled it away before they took him to their bank.
So you even dumber than I thought.
He agreed to go with them to his bank, but he refused to enter. He wanted his lawyer. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
He said he was going to return the money, but he didn't because he finally told them he gambled it away.
That was so dumb. You dumber than a box of rocks, sir. I had all this high hope for you. I was over here praising you. You get called Boo Boo and Nook Nook and Ray Ray and all them and got the money and left. Nah, man, you squandered it online, over the internet.
You know what he wanted to do? I told you he wanted to try to I can't even get it out right.
Do that out of the country. Not in the country.
The thing is, though, this is how I told you he knew. He wanted to give the money back, babe, but he just wanted to have more money from
Oh, that makes you even worse. That makes it even worse. Because you still could have did that out of the country.
He wanted to give the money back, though.
Out of the country. No. You ever heard of a wire transfer? Those things go all around the world.
Why run, though?
International.
Why run, though?
Because you know that ain't your money. We talked about this last time. It ain't your money to begin with. So you know you need to get the heck out of Dodge. Why are you still in the city?
So would he come back once he gave the money back?
Maybe not. But the point is, you do that outside of the country where there's no extradition. You don't stay in the country and do it online. You go to the casino in town. Golly, I'm so hurt. Like I pumped this man up to be the best heist on earth. No, you went online. You got on a laptop.
Yep.
Anybody can do that.
Bet on.
And you know razzmatazz. You got razzmatazz, all right.
Razzmatazz.
Man, go ahead, man. Man. Go ahead, man. Go. I'm mad.
It's gone. I mean, look, you basically done said it all. He's not done, people. Like this one. First of all, I want to know what happened to the official who told the bank to send him the money.
You know ain't nothing happened. That official probably got suspended for 2 days.
That's not right, because it's their fault. It's their freaking fault. And this dude was doing what a human who sees $360,000 would do.
Dog.
He
choked bad.
He choked real bad.
Golly.
He lost it.
Man.
And now he's going to jail.
For a long time.
Maybe.
Golly.
Because, I mean, can they prove that he took the money out?
Yeah, they can prove it.
How?
Because he was going to the bank. Oh my God.
How you know it wasn't online transfers?
Nikki, this is another reason why I'm mad at this man. Because this man confessed 100,000 million 11 times.
That's right, he did.
100,000 million 11 times. No confessions. I want to talk to a lawyer. Shut up! Why are you telling him where the bank at? Why are you telling him where the funds at? The funds ain't even there no more. Golly. I just partied all the funds away. Oh no. Like, bruh, shut up. Where was your lawyer then? Oh my God.
He's 24. He's 24 years old.
Who cares? We've all seen Fast 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I mean, but they had people around him to teach him the game.
Oh my gosh.
They had him teach him the game.
Listen, you had 13 days. Yeah, listen. You had 13 days. He had no friends.
Probably not. He's not a mastermind. He moved there and he had only been there. The other story said what? A few years.
You got $360,000. You couldn't buy one friend. Just one. Just one friend.
How you gonna buy a friend?
Just like this, bro.
www.getafriend.com.
No, I ain't gotta do that. I'm going to the underground. I got $1,000. You can tell me how to move the rest of this.
Who can you trust to do that?
I got $1,000 if you can help me move the rest of this.
Who can you trust to do that? This dude.
I got $1,000.
How do you know that this dude knows how to move?
I got $1,000 if you can teach me how to move this.
How do you know he knows how to move stuff?
I got $360,000. I'm finna learn. Somebody finna teach me something.
Well, then teach yourself.
I'm finna pay. No, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't have time to teach myself. I need to go to the underground and say, I need to move some cash fast.
Baby.
I need a J.G. Whitworth undercover. Where can I find him? I can't call 877 cash now today. Okay? I need somebody who knows somebody to help me move this.
Hey.
God.
This is a small town.
So you go to the big city. You got $360,000.
You ain't got that much time.
You already moved some of the money to another bank account. You already got that part down, so you have some cash on hand. Get to the city, go underground, find somebody shady, and say, help me, please. Somebody assist me, because I need help.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
gotta help me.
Oh
I can't do this somehow.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm mad.
What you see?
I can't do this on my own. I need help. I need Jesus. I need somebody to lifeline. Something. I can't do this on my own. So you get in the city. You find somebody. You don't stay in town. This town's small. They know where.
But babe, he's not about that life. He don't know how to.
Clearly.
He don't know that.
So you take this. You take 10,000.
He doesn't know to do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
He doesn't know to do that.
I had such high hopes for this dude. That's why I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. I had such high hopes and expectations for this story to be like it was the best story ever. That they found him in Hawaii somewhere.
Nope. Old dude was in
no
the same
extradition.
place.
Same spot.
Same
city.
Probably still working.
Bro, you know what probably happened? He was over there somewhere in one of his regular spots, and they were like, "Oh, hey Joe, what's up, Slick? How you doing?
Taguchi.
I'm all right. Right? What's up, Taguchi? Hey, what's up, bro?" And he called the because it was his COVID, but he took.
Yes.
I found him.
Yes.
Hey, I found him. Give me my stimmy.
Okay.
Give me my stimmy money.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happened. That's what happened. He went to an internet cafe. He was on
So what they need to do is they need to find out what gambling sites he was on.
Oh Jesus!
Go to the gambling spots.
Man,
look, the money's gone. It's gone.
Come on.
Just charge the man
Charge
for the crime.
Charge to the game.
The money's gone now. Like it's done. It's gone.
Oh my
I feel like they did
gosh.
the right thing by giving. Still giving the people
They
that
did.
and I'm very grateful that they did that because it wasn't their fault.
Right.
And it's not the people who are suing the boy, the guy, the man. It's when they say town, it's not the people who are suing them.
It's the city.
It's them.
Mm-hmm.
Like town could probably care less. They just want their money.
They just want their money.
Which y'all told them that y'all were going to give them.
Right.
So I am glad that they did that. They're trying to say they don't want to say where the money's coming from. Please, I'm about to say something else.
They probably got it from that online internet gambling site, like you said. So they ain't trying to say that. No, they went to the big city and was like, okay, listen, I got $1,000.
Give me this money back on black. Put it down.
They did what he was supposed to do. Oh man, so I am glad for that. I'm glad that they did give him the money back.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not their fault. It wasn't their fault that the dude, took the money. It wasn't their fault that the city made the mistake in the first place.
And gave him the money.
Right. So it was good that they cleaned that up and were able to give people the money that they needed. That was one thing I know we were both worried about when we were talking the story last. So I am glad that they did that.
Yeah.
So that goes the feel good part, I guess, if you want to put it there. They were still able to get their relief funds. Albeit, a month and a half later, so I hope they didn't incur any damages in the meantime, but still, so I am grateful that the city did make up for it. But at the end of the day, like, again, I'm just hurt. I'm just hurt. I had such high hopes for him. I had high hopes and expectations. This dude went online. He didn't go to Hawaii. He didn't go to Dubai. He didn't go to Brazil.
Nope.
He didn't go to Cancun. He didn't even come here.
Yeah.
He stayed at home.
Yeah,
got in the internet cafe, bet online, ran into Nook Nook. Nook Nook saw him and called the cops saying, there go my stimmy money right there, bust him. And they said, say less. I'm like, come on, man, you gotta be better. Oh, these criminals.
So that, I don't have anything else to say about that, because look, that's what's happened. That's what happened. He stayed there, he got caught, and
people got their money.
The people, I'm so happy that that's what happened for them. Because when they got the statement from the 17-year-old, I feel like they needed it. And even if they didn't, it's something that you said you were going to do. Right. So
I'm glad that the city did do what they needed to do and help everybody in the long run. So it ended up working out in the end of the day. So, yeah, man. Well, listen. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. We certainly do thank you for taking the time to watch the show. Thank you for, just spending a little bit of time with us. Next time's show, I don't know if it's going to be next week particularly, but next time's episode is going to be just as explosive in my mind, because if y'all ain't watching the news, go check out your news and then come back and holler at us next week. I ain't going to spoil nothing for you until we do our mock-up, but next week is going to be double bomb. Like, I am 98. I was ready to do that one today.
Yeah, you were.
And so I'm really excited about the next episode of the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole right here on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's night and weekend, and we'll see y'all next time.
Enjoy the game, y'all.
That's what we're finna go do.